Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday morning, March the 5th. Still an active weather pattern across the nation. Looks like California and the rest of the western U.S. will get hit by another Pacific Ocean storm later tomorrow into the day on Thursday. Not nearly as strong as the weekend storm system. And the eastern half of the nation, multiple storm threats over the next several days. Right now there's low pressure over the Delmarva Peninsula region causing some rain or drizzle in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Another storm system will follow closely on its footsteps later tomorrow into the day on Thursday, and then yet a third storm system will impact the mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S. during the upcoming weekend. That will be followed by a cold air mass for late Sunday, Sunday night, Monday time frame for the northeastern part of the nation. Here's the forecast map of the total precipitation amounts between this morning, Tuesday morning, and Sunday morning, the next 5 days or so. Most of the action in the eastern half of the nation. All the purples here represent 2 inches or above, even some dark purple down in the southeastern U.S. That's maybe 3, 4, 5 inches of rain down here. Again, this is over the next 5 days or so. There will be another Pacific Ocean storm that impacts the Pacific Northwest all the way down to California over the next, from later tomorrow into the day on Thursday. And that will spill over into the interior west, producing some more snowfall for those higher elevation locations in the Rocky Mountain states. Here's a look at the current radar loop from the College of DuPage weather website, and you really can see kind of a swirl in the radar echoes here, and that's because surface low pressure is right in this region right here over the Delmarva Peninsula, and you can see kind of the rotation in the radar echoes surrounding that surface low pressure area. Still raining in D.C., Philadelphia, and even some heavier bands of rain headed towards the New York City metro. Pretty much for the next several hours, there will be occasional rain or drizzle throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. You can see it sliding up north into New York State and New England. Too warm there for any snow. This will be an all-rain event throughout the Mid-Atlantic region and the northeastern states over the next several hours. Well, let's take a look at how active this weather pattern is. We're looking at the 060 run of the GFS 500 millibar height anomalies, and you can see a lot of high pressure ridging centered over northeastern U.S., southeastern Canada. But there is a little reflection right here. You can see kind of a kink in the height pattern right here, and this is where that surface low pressure area is located right now, producing rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic region, upper level low over southwestern Canada as we begin the day here on Tuesday. Now, let's move forward here. This first system pushes up to the north and east, and you see kind of another bulge here or kink in the height pattern right here by later on today, and this is that next low pressure area that will produce a decent rainfall down across the southeastern states. Then it pushes up to the north and east by later tomorrow, especially tomorrow night into the morning on Thursday. Rain for the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, too warm for any snow throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. Even the northeastern part of the nation should experience mainly a rain event from this next system later tomorrow into the day on Thursday. A lot of upper level lows pushing into the western half of the nation. Now we go into the day on Thursday. Here's that low pressure kind of reflected at the 500 millibar pattern right here on Thursday morning. And here comes that next Pacific Ocean storm system. It dives all the way down to Southern California by Thursday morning, producing more rain, higher elevation snows. By the way, Sierra Nevada did get walloped by the weekend storm system with many, many feet of snow. They're still counting the inches in the Sierra Nevada. It's still a little bit of snow left, too. This next system will not be nearly as strong as the weekend storm system. It pushes to the east, produces some more snowfall for the Rocky Mountain states, those higher elevations, and then it slides east into the middle of the country by the early part of the weekend, and then by Sunday morning, centered over the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley, into the Mid-Atlantic region. Kind of a complex upper-level feature here with one low centered over the eastern Great Lakes, another one kind of hanging back over the Tennessee Valley. Rain likely on Saturday throughout much of the Mid-Atlantic region, but this weekend will feature kind of a colder air mass will start to filter into the northeastern states. So you could ultimately get some snow up across interior New York, interior New England, certainly on the backside of this storm. Late Sunday, Sunday night, there will be some snow up across the interior northeastern states. This pushes on through here. By the time we get to Monday morning, a cold day setting up for the Mid-Atlantic region for next Monday. Looks like Sunday night, Monday, below normal temperatures in the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast U.S., and there will be a strong north to northwest wind, probably 40 plus miles per hour, adding to the chill, lowering those wind chill values. But as has been the case for the past couple of weeks, that cold shot will be short-lived. Here we go by next Tuesday, a week from right now, and you can see strong high-pressure ridging already following by the middle part of next week into the eastern U.S. Well, let's take a closer look here at the temperature pattern. This is the 850 millibar temperature pattern, and by the way, it's showing well above normal throughout the eastern states at the 850 millibar level. That's a few thousand feet off the ground. In the Mid-Atlantic region, there's a low-level east to northeast flow of chilly air, so temperatures may do no better than 50 degrees today in Philadelphia, for example. So seasonable chill today in the Mid-Atlantic region. You go 5,000 feet high and it's above normal temperatures, but at the surface level with that low pressure over the Delmarva Peninsula, expect seasonable cold conditions today with that east to northeast low-level flow of air. Cold air mass out across the southwestern Canadian area. Now, let's move forward here. Basically a warmer than normal pattern throughout the eastern half of the nation. Western U.S. below normal temperatures associated with that next Pacific Ocean storm system, which by this time is centered over the southwestern U.S., but below normal temperatures out there and above normal in the eastern half of the nation. Some of the colder air out west slides to the east and gets involved in this weekend storm system. Here we are by Sunday, and again, it may become cold enough for some snow to develop later in this storm system, the weekend storm system, let's say later Sunday, and certainly late in the day Sunday night. We'll see in the surface forecast maps in a moment. It'll be plenty cold enough for snow in upstate New York, interior New England as well. Here we go. A cold air mass centered over the Mid-Atlantic region by Sunday night, Monday, but rather short-lived. You can see on its heels another warmer than normal air mass sliding across the northern U.S. by the time we get to a week from right now. This is next Tuesday evening, pushing into the Mid-Atlantic region by the middle of next week. Well, let's wrap up with the surface forecast maps. Here is that surface low right now over the Delmarva Peninsula. Kind of a slow mover, not producing all that heavy of a precipitation, but kind of stubborn in that it'll be a slow mover, and so occasional rain or drizzle for the next several hours, even into the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic region. And here comes that next system right on its heels with snow up across Canada, but primarily, if not completely, rain over the continental U.S. Let's move forward here, and this develops into quite a healthy rain event for the southeastern states. Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, for example, decent amount of rainfall with this next system. This is now early Wednesday. That ends up pushing to the north and east, primarily a Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, Thursday morning event for the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S. But again, too warm for snow, even across New York and New England by later tomorrow night, unless you go way up into the northern Maine, where there will be some snow mixing in here, but primarily a rain event. Certainly can be some heavier rain with this next storm system, especially along coastal sections from, let's say, Long Island to New Jersey, down across the Delmarva Peninsula. And here comes that Pacific storm, producing some rain across the lower elevations of Southern California by Wednesday night. And that ultimately pushes into the central U.S., and by the time we get to the upcoming weekend on Saturday, we have rain headed for the Mid-Atlantic region. And again, initially, primarily a rain event, even in New York State, but we'll see here in a moment, colder air gets wrapped in. By the time we get to Sunday night, primarily snow. Interior New York, maybe a Great Lakes type snow across western Pennsylvania into New York State as well. And look at this isobar pattern start to really tighten up. 987 millibar low deepens to 984 millibar low. We can see this spells 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts out of the northwest throughout the mid-Atlantic region on Sunday night into the day on Monday in the northeast U.S. will go all the way into next Monday. Very windy, colder than normal. Haven't experienced much of that lately in the mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S., but below normal temperatures, probably holding in the 40s for the most part on Monday. Places like Philadelphia, New York City with much lower wind chill values. But as has been the case recently, that cold air mass pushes away rather quickly and milder air pushes in next Tuesday or Wednesday into the mid-Atlantic, northeast U.S. and basically a dry country at this point. This is a week away from right now, next Tuesday, March the 12th. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, this has been meteorologist Paul Dorian.